What's going on, beautiful people? You guys know how we like to kick it off, man. In order to take accountability for what has passed and what will be, there's no time like present. So, for all of those with mouths and ears, can we have a moment of your time? We want to gain some perspective. Can we have a piece of your mind?
Hey,
What's good, heck, man? Made it through another week, man. We here.
another one. We
That's,
definitely here, bro. How you doing?
yeah, I'm good, man. That's reason to celebrate all in itself, right?
Hey, that's right.
In talking to each other once a week, man. Hell, we not promised tomorrow for sure, right?
That's it, bro.
Here we are. We've been given a whole week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Nah.
let's show some gratitude. Let's show some gratitude for life, man.
Hell yeah. I want that.
Right.
For all of it, for all walks of it, man. Little things, little accomplishments, big accomplishment, little change, big change, man. Everything. All of that
Yeah.
is critical to the success, of what we want to be, what we become. So hell yeah, I'm all for that, bro. You're right, man. That being able to go from last week's cool ass conversation and setting up us, for another one, I'm with it, bro. Absolutely.
Man. Yeah,
Shit.
so what's been going on, heck, man? What I've been missing this week, man?
Ah man, not too much, bro. Just been a very productive week, with like work and everything, just kind of straightforward. The energy at home has been pretty damn good. We got the Christmas vibe happening at home, man, and that's one of the better holidays, man. We love Christmas. Um, and me, bro, I'm a planner, man. I like making sure shit is good, bro. So all the Christmas presents are already wrapped under the tree. We get to look at the pretty shit for a couple of weeks, man, and then like yeah, we get to open it, and then had to get to hand out everybody their smiles. That's what I was telling Kate. I was like, man, I went ham this year, and I bought a lot of smiles and a lot of memories because
Yeah.
all, all the gifts I got, bro, they're gonna bring smiles for years. You know what I'm saying? It's not just gonna be a one time.
Yeah.
These are gonna be some yearly smiles from these
Oh,
gifts.
so you put some thought into your gifting then.
To every single one of them, bro. Every single one of them.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So,
You know what, Hector, man? I don't really think gifting itself, gifting per se, is my love language, right? Because I don't know. I don't. Matter of fact, I'm saying this is the last year I want to not celebrate Christmas because I haven't been celebrating it for the past couple of years, man. I actually got turned off a few years ago, man, when I asked my kids, what you want for Christmas, and they couldn't give me nothing past V-Bucks. They
yeah.
wanted they wanted me to they wanted me to exchange my real money for like digital money, and I was just over it. I'm like, you know what, whatever with Christmas, man. These kids don't know what they want.
Right.
But you know, after, and I ain't gonna say I enjoyed not celebrating for a while. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of there's a lot of stress that come along with the holidays. You know what I mean? People feel like there's people that feel like they have to celebrate. There's people that feel like they have to get somebody something. And me, I came from a household where my parents, especially my mom, she used to like me to make sure she get us stuff, but you know the finances always ain't always add up in order to get us stuff. And she used to be really stressed over. You know what I mean? And me, me being a healthy, happy young man in a household that created enough space for me to find some joy. I didn't really care for the Christmas gifts, and then I started feeling like, yo, if it's gonna make you that upset, man, fuck Christmas, like real talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that actually, like, since back then, like, I never really took it as something that serious. But after this year, I actually want to start celebrating more, and I want to do exactly what you're doing, man. I want to do thoughtful gifts, like, you
Hmm.
know what I mean. And that's not even to say I gotta give somebody something every year, but if I see an opening where I could get a gift that I know you're gonna use,
Hmm.
then that's what I want to do, man. I want to jump right on that, man.
Yep. Yep. I'm with that. And that's
Man.
exactly what I did this year, bro, is, because in the years prior, like gift giving isn't my love language either, but I know that two people in my household receive it. That's a love language they receive well. It's
Yeah,
both of the kids because Kate's not really a gift receiver or giver herself, but she can definitely participate. We that's a love language, right? So she knows how to operate in that love language. But the kids, most kids, receiving gifts is a sign of love for them too, because we get something for them to kind of entertain them or something they can play with, whatever it is. Um, but as Aiden has gotten older, I have been able to see, him for sure. He is a gift giver and gift receiver. He likes that because he does like the thought that goes into it. He does like seeing the smile, for that if you will, almost like an instant gratification. Like you see your gift and you smile, and he loves that. So I know that, him receiving something that's just as thoughtful, makes him feel good. And then the same for Evelyn. Now hers can still change. She's a young lady, and all little kids,
Yeah.
they love gifts, man. Um, but with Aiden, like I said, he's older. He's 14, and so I got to really see. Okay, this is his one of his love languages, and it's not just don't buy me bullshit that's clutter. Buy me something
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can snuggle
That's a
with.
good way to put it, man.
Yeah,
That's a good way to put it. I always think in way by way of cluttering and stuff like that. That's a good way to put it, man. Now I understand you. Go ahead, man.
yeah. So get him a blanket that he can wrap himself up in, or some bedding set to match his personality, kind of thing, or just things like that, things that are meaningful to him. He loves getting clothes, that are you know, comfortable to his current style is, for what, clothing and stuff. So that shows that, okay, you're paying attention. What his color palette is. You understand what his size is. All there's like just a lot of little thought that goes into it. So I'm like I said, for the kids, I'm getting them a lot of smiles, and then I'll hook my lady up too. I ain't gonna spoil it out here because I know she watches. But you know what I'm saying? Like I'm excited for this Christmas, bro, because this is the first year, in a while that I really feel like I allowed myself to just not worry. Like, yo, all the bills are paid, food is on the table, we're taken care of. I'm gonna
my
spend a little extra and go for it.
my boy just got a raise. He forgot to add that part.
Uh,
Continue.
Dude,
Life is
yeah,
good.
it's cool, man. Like I said, my and I can do that because I work for a company and a boss that takes care of me, man. If I continue to take care of her, continues to take care of me. And that's a cool feeling to have, man. To know that I work my ass off, and I really again, going back to
You
the last
appreciate
couple
it.
of weeks, we're appreciated, and that appreciation comes from being a participant, man. I show up. And when I'm at work, I'm not just there in body. No, I'm there in heart, spirit, mind, everything. I am absolutely present. And I want to see that company succeed because I want to see this woman succeed. I want to see her continue to, give her family gifts and still continue to run a business successfully. Whether she chooses to, hey, you know what? I want to start working 1 week a month. Well, you know what? I'm going to take care of your business. I want to be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I'm appreciated, and because of that, I was rewarded, and then I'm able to take care of my family better. So just a little hard work, man. It does really go a long way, man. And so I'm super appreciative of that. So yeah, it just kind of comes full circle, man. You got to participate. You got to continue to do, and then you can do other things, man. You can take care of yourself however you need. I'm a big
Yeah.
fan of that for real, man. So yeah, this Christmas is just feeling nice, man. It's good. I'm excited, bro. So that's cool to hear that you're wanting to participate and with a good mindset too, not just to buy bullshit and nah, man,
Yeah.
take care of them. Things.
Yeah.
I
No,
like to
so
buy things people won't buy themselves, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like
yo, bro, you know what, man? It's exactly what you're talking about. I love giving thoughtful gifts, right? And then especially if I know it's geared towards something a habit of yours that I find productive, something a habit of yours that I find creative, such as now my youngest. He's a little bit of a fashionista. He likes to make sure his clothes match, and
it.
he's into Jordans and sneakers and stuff like that. I remember at one point I just said, hey, you know what? Let me I heard him talking about like painting his sneakers and stuff like that. I said, hey, you know what? I'll be willing to invest in that. And I went
Mm,
ahead and brought him the stuff, and he played with it for a while. Did it stick? No, but it wasn't even about it sticking. It was about the experience. Like, is this
yep,
something you really want to do? Here, try customizing this sneaker. You know what I
yep,
mean? Try customizing two or three of them. You know what I mean? You'll know if it's for you or not once you actually apply it. You know what I'm saying? That's when you really learn. Like, yeah, I like it, but it takes too much work. Yeah, I like it, but I don't want to do it for other people. Like, you know what I mean? I prefer doing them. uh, I know how to work on cars, but please don't come ask me to work. I don't even like working on my own car. You know what
right, right.
I'm saying?
Nah, that's
So,
real.
and it was only through doing it a couple of times and getting underneath the car a couple of times. I realized, like, yeah, this nah. Mm-mm.
Not for you.
Nah, ain't not for me.
Yo, yeah, you're right, bro. It's those experiences, man. And so, that kind of goes back to the whole thing, when I first started doing soccer, when we got Evelyn into soccer, um, when we got Aiden into volleyball, it's about the experience, man. They won't really know until they know, you know what I'm saying? And how else to know
Yeah,
other than, through gainful experience. So putting Aiden in volleyball, they got to play and he loves it. He's good at it. And I'm running with it. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
that's what it is. So you give him experiences. Yeah, Dylan, be a fashionista, bro. That's cool, man. Like, this is you, your body. This is who you are. So take care of it. If you want to wear something fly, man. Do that. Like, there's no problem, man.
yeah.
That's how my son is, man. He's really right now in this white and black phase, man. Everything got to be white and black, yo. And
I
I
remember that.
respect it. I respect it. I'm not
I
hating on
remember everything was black for me at one point, man. I remember that.
it. So, it's like cool, man. You know what? It's a phase, whether it sticks or not. I'm not gonna be like, no, don't do that. No, I'm gonna. All right, I see you. Here's a white hoodie. Or you know what? Here's some white kicks, man. Get you all some all white Air Forces or something. You know what I mean? Like, let them just kind of fill it out, and then eventually it'll change, and then I'll change with him, kind of thing. It's just kind of promoting that growth. Like when the
Yeah,
plant grows, man, let the plant grow, right? Like, well, what else is important other than that it's alive and healthy? So,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Man, and sometimes those plants can grow without us watering it or over watering it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yep.
All
Yep.
plants need water, right? We know. Just like we know, kids all kids need attention.
Mm-hmm.
But are we giving them the right attention? Are we giving them the right? Are we giving them too much water
Yeah.
in these gifts? And sometimes like that. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah,
So I
I'm gonna,
yeah.
I want to go in on that one. I'm gonna go left with that one real quick because you just made me think about something. So, one of Aiden's homeboys, his birthday's on Monday, but they celebrated his party yesterday. So Aiden goes over, and it's like 3 or 4 of them, and they're just chilling and just doing what young teenage men do, man, just being wild and having fun. So I let him go over there, and then I go to pick him up this morning, and I tell him yesterday, I am picking you up at 10:30 a.m. Be ready. I
Yeah,
message him at 10:20. I am on my way. Be ready. I get there at 10:28. I'm here. Let's go. Bro, he had me waiting in the car 20 minutes. Now, let me tell you, Frank, the reason why I said I will pick you up, I will pick you up. Hey, I'm here is because I've experienced this before with him. He's
yeah,
had me waiting in the car for like 15, 20 minutes a few times. So I'm like, listen, man. Like, I was pretty upset. I won't lie, man. But I didn't say nothing. I didn't blow up on him. I let him get in the car, and I just kept it silent. And I let him read the air. Like, okay, I know why he's not talking to me. He's kind of upset because I kept him waiting again. So that there's that sense of responsibility, that sense of understanding. Like, hey, listen, man. I'm asking you to do something because let's just get it done that way, so it's nice and smooth for everybody, right? So I could overwater him and say nothing about it, and just let it be okay, or I can undermine it and flip off and just lose my shit. But it comes to a point where it's just like, okay, I need him to understand. Listen, I love you, kid, and I like that you're hanging out with your friends, but I also don't like sitting out there for damn near a half hour wasting time while I don't know what you're doing. Like I told you, get ready, be ready, let's go, kind of thing. And so, at that age, this is something that kind of comes at all ages, because I know, as a father of two, man, like, they learn differently. Each kid learns differently, but then at different ages, they also learn a little differently. You got to kind of talk to them in a different way. So, how much attention
yeah,
do I need to give to this situation for you to really understand it? Do I need to put my hands in your pocket and yank your ass along, or do I just, what? Listen, man, told you one time. Like, it's a process to figure that shit out. So this is one of those things where I feel like, how much attention do I want to give that situation to let him really know without saying, this is the last time you're going to do that to me? Because I don't want to threaten him. What's the threat going to do? It's not going to do anything.
yeah,
But then if I keep letting it happen, I don't allow him to be punctual. And I want to teach him some punctuality, to be, a man of his word. Okay, I'll be ready. Yes, I understand. Boom, let's go. Because you know what I'm saying. When you get a job, you got to show up on time. You're showing up 20 minutes late all the time, they're gonna fire your ass, kind of thing.
Yeah,
So it's one of those things where it's just like you've got a lot of flexibility in your life, kids. So don't abuse it. And then like with Evelyn, she's young and she needs a lot of attention, man. But does she at the same time? I don't really think she does. She can
yeah.
go and do her own thing, and she's allowed to be permitted to live and exist. This is your home. You've got toys. You got your own room. Go do your thing. So talking to these kids is sometimes just like, man, how do you do that? You know what I'm saying? How do I water the plant today, man? Do I even water the plant at all today? Kind of shit.
For real, yeah.
You know?
They definitely they regular water, man. They're a little more complex than plants, that's for sure.
Right. Hell
All,
yeah.
but where they are in common, all plants, all kids are different, all plants are different. There are plants that need watering every day, or they live in the water. That's you know what I mean. That's
Yeah.
for a kid to me that only time a kid needs that much water is if they were born sickly or something like that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
But other than that, like you give to him, and when you give so much of yourself in one, like, okay, he knows you're gonna come pick him up. He knows you're gonna wait for him. Like you gave him that many and many a time, many a time. So he has faith that you're gonna be there. He has faith that you're not gonna leave him hanging.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But what happens is with not just Ada, everybody, human beings, when somebody does for us too much, it goes from being appreciated to expected.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And once things are expected, that's when things get misconfused. They forget to say thank you. You know what I mean? They leave you waiting. Things like that. So
Yeah.
that's when people. That's like when you, the person who's serving, providing the service, starts to feel unappreciated or underappreciated. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like, bro, I came all my way to come get you. You got me waiting how long? You could get on the bus. You know that, right?
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? You could have rode a bike to your homeboy house. I would have been okay with that too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I got this. I had the same thing with my son. And yo, Hector, it's hard to like hold yourself. You know what I mean? But I'm not. I don't like being up here. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
And my kids know it's the same thing. They know when I'm up here. Like I won't say nothing. I just won't say nothing, and they feel it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Oh shit, my dad ain't talking. I know why he mad or whatever. And I'll wait until I gather my thoughts, till I gather my words, and we're gonna have a conversation. You know what I mean? We're gonna have a conversation, bro. So my Jair actually gotten a lot better with that. Like he'll have his bag and stuff ready before I pull up. But yeah, I feel like with that one is I've been teaching lessons with that since they were little kids. Like, don't tell me you want to come with me to the store, but then I gotta wait for you, and you still gotta put on your shoes or whatever. I pulled up when they were like 6, 7 years old. I pulled off on them. Hey, all right, y'all taking too long. I'm gone. If I
Yeah.
say it's time to go, it's time to go. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
I'm just gonna go pick up some milk anyway. Like, I ain't need no company.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it'd be
I
like,
feel that though, Hector.
yeah, it's
I
one of
feel
those
like
things.
that.
We just we learn as we go, man. And I'm in that stage right now, kind of teaching them that because I'm big on punctuality, man. I like being
Yeah,
punctual, man. I don't like wasting my time. I don't like wasting anybody else's time, man. I take that very seriously. You know what I mean? And so it's like kind of expressing to him that that's something important to me. It's not. It may not be super important to him, but if it's important to someone else, then it should be important to him too. You know what I mean? It's kind
yeah,
of that
yeah.
message along.
That goes along with love language, bro.
Yep.
That
Yep.
goes right along with love language. Just because his love language is gift giving and yours not, don't mean that you should never give him a gift. That's how he's gonna really receive your love. If he
Mm-hmm.
if, especially if he knows this is not really you, right? Let's say
Mm-hmm.
that the kids know this ain't really you. So you go out your way and you get them something special, and they can tell you put thought into it because it was just what they needed and they didn't even know. Like, bro, that hit home even more. You get what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Like, my dad don't even like buying gifts, man. He got me this dope ass, still ass gift I am never gonna forget. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep.
So that's definitely one of those, give and take things too. You know what I mean? So it would be dope for him to gain an understanding of that, man.
Yeah, and that's where I'm at, man. Trying to get him to understand, because like he's going to be an adult one day. You know, he's going to run into these situations with his partner, you know, with his household, his children, if he ever has children. Like, he's going to run into that too, man. He's going to have to experience that. And he'll find a memory where he can think back on, okay, I experienced that at this point, and then know how to navigate that, you know. And so, like, yeah, I feel like now is the time to really teach him. And so it's just kind of being delicate because, again, he's a teenager, and I don't want him barking at me being crazy because I'm crazy. But, like, at the same time, I don't want to be up here either, bro. I'm with you. There's never really a
Yeah,
need to be up here unless there's absolute disrespect happening. But most of the time, we're here, man, and just let's stay here. This is a nice spot, man. Then we were just talking just before this, bro, and we were talking about how, you know, we got all sorts of things we got to learn, we got to try. The ground is never flat, man. It's never flat. So, like, why live up here or down here? Like, let's stay here as best as we can, as much as we can, so that when those dips come, we got somewhere to balance back out to. You know what I'm saying? Because if we're living down here, yo, we're getting crushed by gravity. And if we're way up here, man, we're gonna float off into space, not knowing shit. You know what I mean? So, like, come on, man. Like, that's, I just want him to be good for it, bro. And so, yeah, it's like lots of little ways to teach that, and it's just
yeah,
exciting. I felt like I wanted to share that just because it came up and we was talking about, you know, with the kids and the attention thing. Like, yeah, man, how much attention do you really pay? How much do you need to pay, kind of thing? So
man.
it's just
Hey,
fun.
you know, since we on the topic of love language, man, let's just keep it there, right? So I actually just celebrated a birthday yesterday. Not my birthday, my youngest son, he just turned
Yep.
17.
Happy
And
birthday, Dylan.
yeah, yeah, happy birthday, baby boy. And you know, my kids have a lot of my ways, man. When you have kids, you can see it. You can see where they remind you of you, like, you know what I mean. And
Yeah.
I have and I mean maybe they are like this because of how I am, but I have a very laid back way of celebrating. Like, take me out to eat, buy me an ice cream cake. We can have it at the table.
Oh
It
yeah.
don't have to be big. It don't have to be fancy. Like, I can be really simple and enjoy the hell out of my day. Like, you know what I mean. I don't care if it is my birthday. Like, you don't have to be somewhere expensive.
Mm-mm.
So um, all of their years, that's pretty much how I celebrated. You know what I mean? Being a father of two kids, and you know, my younger years weren't always golden with my kids' mothers. You know what I mean? They're a lot better nowadays. A lot better nowadays. We work as a team. We're pretty cohesive. Me and
Hey,
my kids' mothers. But back in the day, I can remember trying to celebrate with them, and you know, be some kind of beef or back and forth going on with one of them. So hey, you know, it was no hair off my back. I like celebrating simple anyway. So I just started letting them do their thing with my kids when they have them, and I'll just take them out to eat.
Joe.
So this year was going to be a little more of the same,
Mm.
right? And my son really seemed like fine with the idea of just having a few friends over. They could just chill and talk, play video games, like not even a party, like they just chill and talk, and then we could go out to eat afterwards. Like, and he was talking about like when going out to eat was coming out with me, not with his friends, like leaving his friends. But
Mm.
we changed. We just, without his permission, we just kind of changed the idea. Like, forget all that. We just if you're gonna have friends over, we're just gonna eat over here. We're gonna get everybody pizza.
Yep.
And um, Dylan's mom's love language is different from mine. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? Dylan says he wants something simple. I can respect that. I do simple all the time. His mother, though, on the other hand, she likes to celebrate. This is how
Mm.
she show love. Like, you can't. Dylan can't go on a vacation trip and she don't feel like it's an occasion for him to at least have new drawers. That's who she is. Like, oh, you going on a trip? Let me go get you some new underwear. I'm like, I'm pretty sure if he washes old ones, he'll be okay. But whatever, you know what
Right.
I mean? But so her involved now, and we're doing a party at the house. She just came with the ice cream cake. She came with the things, did a little setup, blew up some balloons, put some snacks out, and was just doing a little more. He came home and he's thinking in his head like, or he said like, Mom, this is a little extra. Like, this is not what he expected.
Mm.
But one of my favorite things about my son is he if you catch him, he's willing to listen. He's willing to listen. So I pull him to the side and I let him know, hey, Dylan, you know what? Me and you know this about your mom. You know this is how your mom likes to celebrate. And she does it, and she does it for everybody. She goes out the way, make sure she gets some gifts. She makes sure they're having a good time. Make sure there's drinks for the party. That's who she is.
Right.
So I said, Dylan, this is your mom showing you her love. This is how your mom likes to love. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Celebrating is her thing. So allow her to show you on her love, even if it's just a little bit. And yo, it
Absolutely.
ended up turning out being a real good time. You know what I mean? Me and her partner up. She got the cake, I got the pizza. You know what I mean?
That's it.
Matter of fact, the highlight of the night was actually blowing out the candles, bro. I don't know where she got these candles from, right?
Okay.
But I put them on the cake, right? One of them looked like a little bomb, and it said kaboom. And then the rest of them looked like dynamite sticks, but I didn't think much of it. It wasn't until I lit it, I think little sparks like coming off of it every now and then. I'm like, what the hell is that? I'm like, yo, is this thing about to blow? This is a firecracker,
Oh man,
right? That's what I'm like. I'm like lighting it and backing up, like, what is going on here, right? And then, we turned off the lights and sang happy birthday. It ended up being cool because it also came with like this confetti stuff that his friends ended up ambushing him with as he was starting to blow up the cake. They shot it at him and stuff like that, right? And he blew out the cake. He blew out all the lights, but you still seen like the little red. You know, like when you blow a candle out, there's still a little red.
yeah,
That
yeah,
that little red. And then it sparked again, and the flame came back on. I'm like, yo, what the hell is this? Right? So he blew it out. Yeah, he had to blow it out like 4 or 5 times, and we eventually had to like really like put it out with our fingers
yeah.
for it to go. So I think that was part of like the little prank, like you know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
he couldn't blow it out, but it ended up being real fun and funny, man.
Ah
It was
man.
a real good funny moment, and his mom got to express herself. We got to indulge in his friends. It
Yeah.
was really good. It ended up being a really good night for a simple time, man.
I like that.
Don't, yeah, kids don't eat no more neither, man. It was mad pizza left over, bro.
Damn.
Mad pizza left over.
Yeah, I remember the days we'd have a little ice cream party, pizza. Yo, nothing was left. There was no leftovers, bro. It was all gone.
Yeah,
Shit. But yo, that's cool, man. That's a really good thing that y'all do. Hey, yo, big shout out to that man for being able to communicate with the other parent because I'm in a situation where I don't have that ability. Maybe
right.
it'll change. I'm not holding my breath, but it would be cool to have that, not for me, man. Theirs, but for him, for my son, So the
Yeah,
fact that you and Dylan's mom can go ahead and communicate for his sake and show love for him on his day under the same roof is dope, man, because he's gonna need that. You know what I'm saying? So that when he
yeah,
becomes a man, he can understand how to love his partner. And that person, if that person has a child, he'll understand how to love that child better. When he has his own children, he'll understand how to love his children. That shit matters, man. To being able to
yeah.
communicate, bro. So that's dope as hell. But then B, yeah, shout out to you and to Dylan, man, for acknowledging that, yo, that's that person's love language. Don't deny them that.
Don't be
Because
lying, man.
yeah, that's not their fault that that's what they like to. That's just what they do. That's just what makes them comfortable. That's what they've understood. There's 5 languages, right? For love languages. There's 5 of them.
Mhm.
Who are we to
Five
say
of them.
this is a good one, this is a bad one? No, they all are what they are, right? So let it be. And learn how to live and thrive in that shit. If someone likes gifts, then give them good gifts. If someone is all about acts of service, then set them up for success so that, hey, if they want to clean the house, have all the cleaning supplies. If they want to cook a good ass meal, have all the ingredients ready, kind of shit. So, like, what better than that to really acknowledge that, to allow it to happen, right? So that's dope as fuck, Frank. I really love that, bro. And I think that that's so good for the kids, man. Yo, being in a blended family, bro, I learned a hell of a lot, man. Like it's not really easy, man. And my previous relationship, she had 2 of her own sons who were damn near teenagers when I came along. Um, so how do you talk to kids like that? Well, you have to have an open mind, right? And so it's been kind of cool because I feel like, on a more personal note, man, like it's been good for Aiden that I had kind of a good relationship going all those years with his brother because they show up at his games, his volleyball games, and we'll give each other some dap and a hug, talk for a little while, share some things, and then we go on. And it's good for Aiden to see that there's no hostility, there's no bad blood, it's just love, man. We're here to support him. and that's all that matters. So that when he's older, he can know how to give that to someone who needs it too. So that's really cool that you can do that, bro. I'm really proud of you, Frank, to be able to kind of achieve that,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Have that for Dylan, man.
Yeah, I'm happy for me too, bro. Because them
Yeah.
days back, the days were still like back in the day. Them times were stressful, man. Nobody want that, man.
Nah,
Stress is
right.
the killer. Keep it out your life if you can, man.
Absolutely. Hell yeah.
Number one killer in America.
Some
Number one
stress.
killer in America. Stress. Okay. Don't let them tell you it's cancer. Don't let them tell you it's anything else. They all stem from stress.
Stress. Hell yeah.
Stress,
Oh, shit.
man.
People pick up, smoking and drinking and hardcore ass partying because they're stressed. They want to escape. They want to get away, right?
Temporary solutions.
Yep. So if you live in a life stress free, man, then what do you need all that other shit for, man? You're content. You're good. You're productive. You're a participant, man. We can go on forever with that one, bro. For real.
Yeah, man. Short games right there. Short games. Short wins, and you know what I mean. That's we pick a lot. A lot of us do pick like the short term win over the long term win. We smoke cigarettes because, and I read this in the book. I don't want to make it. I read it in Atomic Habits, but we smoke cigarettes because in the moment it brings down the stress. But what
Mm,
about the long run? You know what I'm saying?
yep. Yep.
Yeah.
That's the problem with
You
a lot of
know,
us, man. We don't got that. We can't see the big picture, man. And for those of us that can see it, some of us don't want to see it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just
yep,
like,
yo, that's what it really be, man. Yeah, I think that's what it really be, man. It's like we know. Most people know what they should or shouldn't be doing, right? We know. It's just we ignore. Like,
mm,
instead of trying to figure out the problem, I'm gonna go have a drink. That always make me feel better.
yep,
You know what I mean? Instead of trying to do something to better myself, I know I'm in a situation I don't care for, but it's comfortable enough that my electricity stay on and I can play video games, and playing video games calm me down enough. So
yeah,
I'll just deal with that for the moment. You know what I mean? Fuck getting better.
yeah. It's tough, man. It's tough because it's
Getting better
also,
sound like work.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep,
It makes me getting better makes me sounds like I gotta get up out of my comfort zone, and this couch is comfortable as hell.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so, yo, when we first got in, I know you were saying you wanted to talk about a couple of things, and one that stood out most to me was that when you catch yourself slipping, right? When you catch yourself just you're not doing right, man. You fucking up somewhere. You're doing something you shouldn't be doing, man. And as soon as you brought that up, man, I thought to myself, like, damn, am I slipping? Can I see myself slipping? And in small ways, yeah, like I do know that there are some things I could definitely be better at, man, because I'm not a masterpiece. I'm not perfect, but I do try. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like there's a lot of effort or a lot of good that comes from effort. So
Yeah.
I feel like, yeah, where am I slipping? Being able to tell myself, okay, I'm doing good, but I could be doing better. And so I'm just curious, bro. Like, where exactly was it that thought, that you might have been slipping? Like, if you had something specifically that you were thinking of,
All right.
I'm
So
curious, bro.
you know what, man? We are creatures of habit, right? So
Right?
in my whole life, let's talk about my fitness life, right? In my whole fitness life, I have this I have this tendency to, I don't know, be on top of my game and make sure I'm eating right, make sure I'm working out frequently.
Mm-hmm.
I have all of that, but then I also in that habit at some point I hit this plateau where I feel like I look good, I feel great, and what is the burger gonna hurt day one? You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? And then I feel the same way on day 2, 3, 4, and 3 weeks later.
Yeah.
And next thing I know, I'm back at this point where it's like, damn, I gotta shed some work, I gotta shed some pounds.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the biggest things I started taking on is journaling in this month. I was gonna save it for next year, but I'm not if I have the thought, why am I putting it off? You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? So this month's been really geared towards like really getting in here, filling out these pages, and trying out one of the things in specific, which is called habit tracking, right? Because there's a lot of things I gotta learn to do, and a lot of things I gotta learn to stop doing. And I
Mm-hmm.
like that each month is very specific. The skill you want to learn to grow. I don't know if you can see that. The skill
Yeah.
you want to learn to grow. and then the things you want to try to avoid, like the habits you want to try to avoid.
Okay.
So, uh, two habits, and not that I feel like they're necessarily bad, right? But two habits that don't help me grow in the direction I want to grow. Now at the moment is my habit of smoking
Mm.
and visiting X-rated sites. You know what I mean? They don't
Yeah.
help in the direction of growth. So that's
Mm.
something I wanted to start tracking. So each day goes by, and I do like this color code thing. I just color code if I visited the site, if I smoke. And just by doing this each day is a reminder to stay on track. You get what I'm saying? Whereas
Okay.
opposed to like as opposed to I hit my plateau, I didn't smoke for 4 days or 5 days, and I've been feeling good, and then I would just pick it up one day, and then next thing I know, a whole week passes by. A week can't pass by now because I got to open this thing up, and it's like, Frank, man, you smoked today? Are you crazy, bro? You falling off the horse already? It's only been 4 days, man.
Uh-huh.
And then
Okay.
that is just a reminder, like, yo, you know what? Another thing I learned from the book is he calls it never miss twice. We are creatures of habit, right?
Okay.
We're not nobody. I guess you could be a super disciplined person, but you know what I mean. We're liable to mess up every now and then. Hell,
Mm.
when people come up with diet goals and stuff like that, they have what they call a cheat day, which is just something to look forward to. You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying? You eat right, you eat right, you eat right. Oh, this day I'm getting some pizza, baby. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I'm getting a pizza and a burger. You know what I mean? And it's the same thing. You should never beat yourself up for when you fall. It's
Mhm.
just now it's just that I'm at a point where I catch myself up when I fall by doing my daily tracking, recognize that I fell, and just say, hey, okay, tomorrow I'll get back on the horse. Let me see if I can start this streak over again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We can't all be Hector with 1,000 days consistent doing the languages, okay?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some things you gotta track those. You gotta track them. You
Yeah.
gotta watch yourself, and this is a form of watching yourself. Journaling, habit tracking is a form of watching yourself, man. And who to look over? Who's gonna look over you better than you? Who could look over you better than you?
Word.
Hell, Hector. Matter of fact, I was just sharing a story with you about my finances as well. Another
Yeah.
thing I've been embracing uncomfortable conversations lately. That's what I want to do. I want to embrace everything uncomfortable.
Okay.
And I know I have a bad habit as well with my finances. I could get on track. Now I paid off some debts, cleared them shits, bro. Just to a month later get back in some more debts. You know what I mean? Bad habits, just stupid
Yeah.
stuff.
Okay.
So sometime last week or the week before last, I decided like, yo, I'm gonna let my lady in, man. Me and her we're trying to get a house together,
Hmm.
she and I, and we have goals and things we want to achieve with
Hmm.
each other. So who better to know what's going on with me than this person I'm planning on spending my life with? And
Yeah.
now I tell you, giving her my phone and letting her go through my thing. This is something I don't even do. I don't go through my transactions. Like I just use it, take the card out, swipe it when I feel like it, whatever.
That's it,
But
right?
having her hold on to my phone and actually going and going, you seem to be at Starbucks a lot. You know what I mean? It put me in this position like, oh,
Oh,
you know
shit.
what I mean? But it was uncomfortable, bro. I felt like I was on the hot seat or
Mm.
whatever. And she was asking me questions, and I mean, she could tell I was uncomfortable. But and it was even almost to the point where she was like, I don't want to be doing this if it's bothering you. But I'm like, yo, babe, what doesn't kill me make me stronger. At the end of the day, I requested this of you. I asked you to do this for me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And I appreciate you for that. So now it's like it's this is also something you got to create friction in the things in your behaviors, right? The ones that aren't good for you.
Mm.
So my lady checking my account, that's friction for me. Like I don't want to do this again next month. And she's like, yo, bro, still with the Starbucks. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's I'm trying to utilize my environment and the people in it the best way I can, right? I know my lady, she's good with finances. I know she worries about these things. Let me watch her. Let me see how she goes about worrying, because maybe I might pick up the energy. Let her be. somebody who helps monitor my account as well. So this is what she does well. You know what I mean? She enjoys getting the credit card. She like having credit cards that got rewards and getting her rewards point. She wants, you know, she's having enough money to go on a vacation from those reward points. Get,
Mm,
you know, get hotel rooms from the reward points. It's just now it's like she's trying to get me in this mindset where I'm playing a different game. You know what I mean? If I could hold off on spending on so much Starbucks and make sure I'm paying my credit cards on time, well,
mm,
bam. If I'm paying it in full, it don't matter if it was $300. If I paid it in full, there's no interest on it, which means I don't owe them any more money than what I spent.
mm.
If there's no interest on it, and then I get rewards at the end, now I'm earning from what I spent. You get
Yeah,
what I'm saying? And eventually that could put me in a hotel. Eventually that could send me on a vacation. So I'm just young. A lot of things I'm trying to shift in my life, man. And I'm just trying to embrace uncomfortable conversations, bro. And that was definitely one of them, man.
I like that,
But
man. Frank, that's good, bro. Because you just said this shit last week, man. How much shit you throw off the wall. Some of it even coming back, some of it sticking to the wall. Why not better to throw that off someone that's gonna investigate it and then hand it back to you in better form, right? And like you
yeah,
just said, this is the person you want to share your life with, bro. That is a commitment, a lifelong commitment. You have acknowledged that this person is worthy to wake up to every damn day of your life for the next however long, right? So yeah, why not let that person in? Why not be willing to understand, yo, you know what? If we're gonna have uncomfortable conversations, then they're gonna be ones that are productive. We're not just gonna be bitching and moaning about bullshit. Nah.
yeah.
Maybe my Starbucks addiction is too bad. Maybe I can go to Starbucks
What the
four
hell they got
times
in
a
that
day.
shit, man? Crack.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you could shit. You go to Starbucks, let's say 5 days a week, right? And that at the end of the month, okay, you were at Starbucks suddenly 20 times in a month. Well, say, shit, you know what? I'm gonna not go to Starbucks every Wednesday. Suddenly you're down to 16 a month, right? And then each
Yeah,
Starbucks drink is what, $5, $7 or something like that. So you're saving yourself
yeah.
anywhere from what, $20 to $28 a month. Yo, that's gas. That's
Saving.
whatever you
That's
want it
gas.
to be, right?
Yeah.
So little things, bro, little things like that. We kind of work on it, man. But who better than someone that really does actually give a shit about you? Someone that wants to see you do better. Because, yo, yeah, that $28, whatever it is, man. Yo, you know what? Starbucks is cool and all, but you know what? That $28, Frank, yo, go buy that CD you wanted to hear, man. You know what I'm saying? Go
Yeah.
go buy
Word.
go buy that piece of art you wanted, bro. Or whatever. You could go buy yourself something different that's better for you. That's gonna be more enriching than just giving you that instant gratification. Something that'll nourish your soul or your mind. You know what I'm saying? So like, or then you can turn
Yeah.
around and give that to your lady, man. Yo, here, babe. I know going to get your nails done is expensive, but hey, baby, you know what? I didn't go to Starbucks 20 times this month. I only went 10. So that 10 times I didn't go, here's the money. Go treat yourself. Go get your nails done. Yo, how cool would that be, right? Like, because
Yeah.
you'll still feel just as good, man, because you're taking care of that person that's trying to take care of you too. That's what it's about, bro.
Exactly. Yeah, man.
That even exchange, that balance, man. I like that, bro. I like that a lot. That's cool that you let her in because I could tell you there's not a lot of people that would do that, bro. Like,
Yo,
here's my account,
listen, man.
here's your account, and here's the one we share. That's all you get access to. You don't look at my shit. I know a lot of people like that. Don't look at my shit. Leave me alone.
Listen, there's a lot of us that don't concern ourselves with like our net worth, right?
Mm, mm,
Our net worth. And mind you, if you owe debt, if you have debt, then your net worth is in the negatives. You know what I'm saying? Now, my lady on the other hand, she saves, she invests. You know what I mean? She spreads herself out and she pays attention to all of it. She makes sure her 401k is straight. You know what I mean? She's into all of those things, bro. And hell, she showed me one of her investment accounts, which eh, which one thing everybody should know is they say a good way to invest the money is just joining like something like the S&P 500, putting money in there weekly, bi-weekly, or however amount, and just letting it grow
mm,
because they have a history of earning like 10% each year. You
mm.
know what I mean? For whatever money you save. But that's literally, you have to have a mindset of literally like that's not money for touching. That's money solely intended for growing your net worth in the background.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? your overall net worth is growing as long as you got money in investment accounts like that. And then, you know, and that's the most simplest way to get into investing. And a more complicated way is actually trying to learn the different ones and figuring out different things to pull and take your money out. But you could get into investing without doing any of that. There are portfolios that have been out for years that are known to get you money, right? More than that 1% the bank ought promising you on
Right.
your money. You know what
Less
I'm saying?
bankers put less than
Point
that.
5%. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
You know, from what I understand, the bank is taking your money and playing with it in the stocks anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They
yeah,
getting that 10% from the S&P and giving you 0.2% of it. You know what I mean? They
right.
just doing it for you.
That shit's crazy, bro.
So
That's cool, man.
yeah, man.
Those are healthy conversations to have too, because as you get older, man, these are the things that become more serious. And you and I, Frankie, we've been in this mindset, bro. Like, man, how cool would it be to be in our 30s but planning for our 50s? If we were smarter and more intentful, we would have been in our 20s planning for that shit, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Planning for our 30s, yeah.
So if we
There's
take the
people
time,
retired out here in their 30s, man. Freaking retired. That's what
yeah,
they saying. They're retired.
that shit is crazy, bro. Like, I want that. You know what I'm saying? But
I want it too, man.
what I'm gonna do is, because I wasn't taught that. I had to kind of self-educate. So I'm gonna learn as much as I can and be willing to have these conversations, so that when my kids are of the proper age to really start dabbling, there's gonna be no question. Yo, do it, get it done. You're here, like, kind of thing. So I love that you're doing that with your lady, man. I think that's a big deal, bro. That's a really big deal. That's something you should be proud of for sure. And
Yeah, man. You know what, man? You know what? Heck, I will give myself that because just the other day I was actually praising my son, my younger son. I told him he better than me already.
mm,
Like the kid brought two of his own scooters already.
mm,
The kid keeps money in his savings account. He's planning on getting his car. He was talking about getting another scooter. I don't know. You know what I mean? But he's planning on getting his car. So I had to let him know, like, baby boy, you better than me already. You're already Frankie 2.0 because Frankie back in the day wasn't saving nothing.
nothing, right?
Not a dime. You know what I'm saying? Frankie today's not that great at saving a dime.
Mm,
You know what I mean? So it makes me proud to know, like, I take 1 year I decided to do this thing, the green light card, and I started giving them allowance on that card. And
yeah.
it was $25 a week. You know what I'm saying? And at first I left it up to them. I'm like, you make sure you take 15% of that, put 10% in the savings. They wasn't doing it. So then I started doing it for them. Like, all right, you only get $15, the rest will be in your savings.
Mm,
And then, at some point they started having, like, $200-300 in there. I said, yo, this is good. Why don't you guys think about something you really want and go for it? That was when Dylan decided to go for a scooter.
right.
You know what I mean? So he saved up his money. He got like, and it's different when you save your own money. It's different when you spend your own money for it. He got to feel the power of all that. When I was taking his money from him and just putting it in there, you don't think he was a little upset about that? Like, yo, man, I know I got some more money. I want some McDonald's, goddamn it. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
but it but it was all outweighed by the time he brought his first scooter. And I was like, I don't even have to tell him nothing no more. He just does it. You know what I mean? He
Yeah.
said he's always saving for something. It's a beautiful thing, man. So I will
Hell yeah,
give
bro. Do
myself a
that.
little pat on the back for that, man. Why not, man?
Do that, bro. Because, yo, that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you mentioned it a few times, and this is something that Joy Isley, y'all met her. Something that she said, about her parents' ceiling is our floor, kind of thing, right? So
Yeah.
is that not a prime example of that? You know what I'm saying? You are
Yeah.
encouraging them to save. You are encouraging them to make mindful purchases, because, yo, that's the game we gotta play, man. You want to get a big ass nice house one day. Well, you gotta, if you ain't got cash, you gotta play the credit game, just like the rest of us, kind of thing, right? And so in order to do that, you gotta have good credit. So you gotta have good spending habits, good budgeting. You have to know how to save. You have to know how to kind of set yourself up for that kind of shit, man. And that's super important to teach at a young age, man. Because when you look at the school system, the education system now, what are they teaching them, bro? Are they really teaching them finances and shit like that? Nah, man. A lot of the
Yeah.
focus is on, algebra and calculus and fucking, chemistry and all these kind of specialties that really, may or may not influence them in a better way one day. But we are all playing this game. about earning income and debt kind of shit. So why not teach them that shit as best as we can at home, as much as we can, by giving them, the ability, like you said, you played with the green light, the green card, the green light card, or whatever it's called. Having, here's what you got. This is all you can spend. But if you save it, you can spend a lot more kind of thing. You give them the introduction. That's basically like the introductory course to how to manage your money, man. And like kids need that. I know I needed that. I wish I'd have had it. But I was always pretty
Man.
frugal with my shit, y'all. Like I'm gonna go ahead and give an example in a way. My birthday is the day after Christmas, y'all. The day after. Okay.
Hmm.
So I didn't have, oh, here's your Christmas presents, and oh, hey, here's your birthday present. I mean, I can't tell you how many times they were like, here's your one birthday and Christmas present. And I'm just like, what? Like, hold up. Sometimes they forget, here's your Christmas present. Fuck your birthday. Like, so whenever I would get money, like if I got cash or I got something, um, like a, they didn't really have the Visa card things, but yeah, you'd always get cash. But when I got cash, I held on to it, for a while. And the only thing I would ever really spend that shit on was food, man. That was all I would ever buy myself. Like you were going earlier with, here's your cheat day. You could buy yourself pizza or burgers. Bro, that's what I did. All my money I bought food with. I bought good food with, man. You know what I'm saying? And like
Yeah.
that was a reward to myself because I knew that at home, we got Burger King at home or we got McDonald's at home. You'd hear that shit. It's like, well, I don't want what's at home. I want something a little different.
For real.
So I would treat myself that way, man. So my grandma would give me $20 and I'd have that $20 for a whole year, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't leave it. Like, like I had that luxury only because the situation with not money wasn't always available to me kind of thing, so I had to learn. I was kind of forced to learn how to handle it really quickly, but then being observant, seeing people in my life be the way they are, being in debt or not even really playing the game at all and just being forced to survive kind of shit. So like it's just like, man, I don't want to be that. I want to have a home one day. I want to have a reliable vehicle to get to and from events and work and this and that, and I want to make sure my kids are taught that shit too. So I have to play that game to understand it better. I have to be willing to have those conversations with people that may make me uncomfortable to understand it better, so that when it comes time to deliver to my kids, there's no fucking question. There's no confusion. It's just very clear. This, and then go do it. Go get it done. And they're gonna feel confident to do that shit, bro. So like, I was so proud when you told me about Dylan buying a scooter, and he did that with his own money from his own job. I was
Yeah.
like, damn, like for real, he is moving different than we ever were, Frank, and that's
Yeah, man.
so dope. So yeah, bro, you're doing it right, man. And I feel like I can't wait to get there because Aiden is, he's about a year away from getting a job, getting his worker's permit and shit. So I'm like, yo, yes, because he wants to work. I encourage it, man. And I'm not gonna be like, one of those parents, oh, you're working now, you got to pay your own food. Nah, man. Save your money, bro. Save it. And if you want to
Save
buy
it.
something,
Save
don't
it.
buy bullshit.
Yeah.
Buy something meaningful, right? Like I'm all for it, bro. I'm excited for it, man. I can't wait for that shit for real.
Word, bro. I I wanna share something, man, before we I think we closing in, man, on our time. I wanna share something with you, heck, with everybody, man.
Mm,
And since a couple of years ago I started meditating, right? And
mm,
since meditating, man, I picked up this power of reflection. It's in all of us. All we gotta do is sit and think about, sit and think back. So I do a lot of reflecting, just randomly, just a thought will come to me, and I was reflecting on my health,
mm,
my health this year, like who I am, yo, and my lower back. I've had lower back problems since 2019, since I got into this car accident,
mm,
and I can remember a 34-year-old me, 35-year-old me having like being so messed up on my lower back that like I couldn't even move, man. So I wanted to share my reflection on my health journey, right? So I'm gonna ask you guys, man, are you guys like aren't you guys like maybe tired of trying to set appointments with a doctor, but you gotta call this doctor to get You got to call your main doctor to get permission to go see a specialist, to go to go do something else, right? Or are you guys tired of pills on top of pills and having to go see your doctors frequently? You know what I mean? They make sure they somehow it's like this revolving door, just nonstop, man. You get this pill, you come back because of the side effects, and they give you another pill to go along with it. If you guys are tired of that, I want to encourage somebody to get out of network. You guys, I mean, I would call what you guys are experiencing is what I would call out here in the United States being in network. And when you're in network, man, I don't feel like they treat you right. I don't feel like they do right by you. Now, in my journey, since getting out of network, I mean, yeah, it's more of an upfront cost to go see these doctors, these healers. You know what I mean? And they come in all types of forms. They got Chinese medicine. They got healers through chiropractic practices. You know
Mm.
what I mean? They have all kinds of healers that go about healing in different ways, and you're not going to see them on TV. They're not going to be trying to give you a pills and come back because their thing is they heal so that you don't come back. That's their whole goal. They want to solve whatever issue you're having so that you don't come back. So one of the best experiences I have tried Chinese medicine. I went and tried out this other doctor who's not in network, and I've done chiropractic healing as well. And since then, Hector, my lower back compared to when I was 34, 35, man, I feel great. I can't
Yeah,
Hector, I'm doing planches and handstands right now, bro. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I'm hanging from the bars, bro. I feel good. You know what I
Hey,
mean? And I want to share that with somebody because my first time when I went in a year or two ago, I signed up for the healthcare insurance, and it was an annoying process, man. I got this bump on my forehead here. I'm trying
mm,
to get rid of. Oh, you need to see a dermatologist. But wait, before you go see the dermatologist, you need to go talk to a regular doctor and have them come check it out. Hey, but wait, they only have an appointment 2 months out, 3 months out. You know what I mean? Then when
yeah,
you finally get to the appointment, the doctor come in and see you all of 15, 20 minutes, put some things on your chest and diagnose you and walk off to the next client. That is not the way to go. Get
nah,
out of network. I want to encourage somebody to get out of network, right? One of my experiences with an out of network doctor is he made an appointment. I made an appointment with him. During this appointment, he cut out 2 hours out of his day. Those 2 hours were dedicated to me. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? I
hey,
sat down in the office with this. I didn't have to wait weeks out, months out. I sat down in the office with this gentleman, Dr. Ryan Adar in Connecticut, and anybody else in Connecticut, Dr. Ryan Adar, Attar. Y'all look him up. And he he got into it. He explained his story, why he got into healing. He was a born diabetic, and the treatments they had for diabetes back in the day, he didn't agree with. So he learned to study for himself and heal himself through more natural ways. You know what I'm saying? And I sat down with him, and he's asking me very specific questions on what's going on with me. What are some of the problems and concerns I'm having, and I shared with him everything. He took note of everything I was telling him, and he was like, "Oh, you know what? These things can occur when you're deficient on vitamin D. These things can occur when you need more, specific mineral or oil, like very specific." You know what I mean? Not a wild guess, very specific.
yeah,
Then he took extensive blood work for me specifically. We found out what I was allergic to, and what I have sensitivities to, what kind of vitamins that are gonna have me at my most optimal,
mm,
very fine tuned. And it was just like a whole different world. It was a whole different experience than what I'm used to at the doctor. Usually they send you to the doctor. The doctor say you go get blood work is for one thing in specific. They don't even tell you what the hell it's about. No, this guy, he goes over the whole list with you. He tells you, when you're high in this, what's going on. When you're low in this, what's going on. If this is a genetic trait that was passed down through your family, it was really a different experience. So I want to encourage somebody to get out of network. These healers, they're here to get you to heal and not come back. They don't want to keep you on pills. They don't want to keep you coming in. All they want you to do is make referrals, kind of like I'm doing right now. You know what I mean? Doctor add-on. You know, make
Yeah,
referrals. Tell the next person about them so they can come in and get healed.
I
Okay?
like I like that, bro. Cause yeah, I'm the guy, bro. When I get a headache, man, I will be on death's door before I take some ibuprofen, kind of shit. You know what I mean? Like, yeah,
That's me too sometimes, man.
I don't like putting that shit in my body, man, because yo, it's I feel like, man, I don't know, bro. Maybe it's just maybe it's a lack of education or understanding. Maybe it could be tied to conspiracy theory. I don't know. However the hell y'all want to paint it. Y'all paint it how y'all want to paint it. Me, I don't feel comfortable with it. Putting shit in my body that was created and generated, for the masses kind of shit. This one thing will solve all these problems. Okay, well, if this one thing solves all these problems, is there not an underlying problem that it creates somewhere else down the road? You know what? It's a headache. I'm gonna deal with the headache. I'm gonna drink water. I'm gonna do my breathing. I'm gonna give myself some food. And yeah, if I have to lay down and take a nap, I will. Whatever. But I don't like putting shit in my body that doesn't need to be there, man. That shit is so scary, bro. Like, I had an
Yeah.
episode. I don't think I ever shared this with you, Frank. But when I went to Florida, bro, I had an episode, man, because we went out to the ocean, um, and then came home, and I didn't have the right deodorant. And now I know I'm allergic to shellfish. I know I'm allergic to like crabs and all that kind of shit. But I'm out there at the beach, touching shells in the water. You know what I'm saying? Like just being crazy, man. And I don't know if it was that, but I also didn't have the right deodorant that I usually use. And so I ended up getting like, bumps and stuff under my armpits. I went to my doctor and they're like, yeah, just take steroids. Your body will heal it. Bro, I took those steroids and my body was not okay, for like a month. I felt just lethargic and drained. I felt like I was dying, bro. I don't like putting shit in my body that don't need to be there, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's hard to really, because not everybody is in that situation. Some people do kind of need some of the medication that's out there, but
Yeah.
you guys know yourselves better, ultimately. But in some ways, a lot of ways, actually, I agree, man. Seek out a network health, man. Go to the healers. Go to somebody that's not just trying to push a pill or push an agenda, man. And then
Yeah.
research
Do something
yourself.
different.
You're like, if you look up the symptoms, okay, well, vitamin D deficiency. Well, are you guys really taking your damn vitamins? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you eating greasy foods all damn day? Kind of like, you got to be mindful of that shit too. You know what I'm saying? So a little effort. Again, going back to what we were talking about earlier, a little effort goes a long way, man, and that shit pays off eventually. So play the long game. Stop playing the short game. But I agree with you, bro.
Listen,
It's kind of dope, man.
having a grandmother that lived to see 105, man, I'm gonna always question. My grandmother was from the islands. I'm gonna always question why. You know what I mean? Wait, why am I taking these pills? My grandmother didn't take all these pills.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, I know people that the next generation directly above me. Now, mind you, my great grandmother was 2 generations from me.
Mm-hmm.
I got people that's above me, 50, 60 years old, and they looking. My grandmother was still walking at 90 something. You know what I mean? 100. Like, get up and get the machete and go cut some weed. That was my grandmother.
Hey,
We got people in our generation just above us, man, and they can barely get out of bed. You know what I mean? They always feel down. They always, feel like staying in the bed. And
yeah,
they one thing they be on point was taking those medicines on time. Like, oh, it's that time. Got the little pager go off and everything. It's that time to take the pill. Pill ain't goddamn helping. It seems like it's doing the opposite of help, in my
yeah.
opinion. So I'm gonna always question those things, man. I can't help it.
Oh
You know what
yeah.
I mean? I can't help it because I want to live a long, healthy life, not just a long life. I want to be as healthy as I can be
Yep.
throughout the majority of my life, man. If they say
Yep.
I had to walk for a cane for the last 5 years of my life, cool, but not for 25. Okay,
Yeah.
that's catching up on half of my life here. You know what I mean?
For real. For real. For real.
So,
Shit.
hey, man.
Yo. So I'm gonna share this because we worked on this one, you and me, for a little while, bro, and I feel like you've been glowing, bro. You've been glowing a little bit. So if you remember when I showed a picture that I did through Mid Journey with just me, that was in celebration of the whole Barbie movie thing. I kind of made myself like a Barbie character.
Okay, yeah, I had a feeling you was going there. Go ahead, man.
And then, you know what I'm saying? I did it for Kate too. I kind of made her character, animated and all. So, you know what I'm saying? I got to get my boy up out here too, man. Yeah, check it out. Yeah, hold on. Let me look at this. Look at this.
I like that. What is that? A poncho? What's that around his neck? I like that.
Yeah,
I like
right.
the whole hair wrap too, man.
Oh, so yeah,
Ah,
man.
man, I miss my locks, man.
Right. Yeah, this is
I
yo,
gotta
I
grow
had to
that
set
back.
up before you did the locks, bro. But yeah, man, this is cool, bro. Like I feel like, you know what, man, gotta go ahead and show that love, man. Get you up there. So I might send this to you soon, bro.
Hey, man, I'm gonna hang it up right up in here, man. You might see it
Yeah,
behind me next time.
that'll be dope. I got to do that real soon, man. But yeah, man, just this is the power of mid journey, man. Just kind of just putting in there whatever the hell you want, man, and just letting it be creative and just kind of being creative yourself too, kind of, and imploring it to do things and challenge it. So with the new computer setup that I have coming, I've been working on this little project that I want to kind of put right behind on the wall, and I got this whole thing, dude, this whole mental thing that I'm planning for, and I'm ready for it, bro, because like if it's got me feeling good because then I'll have access to my editing software. I'll have access to designer software. If I want to play a dope ass video game on a really good computer, I'm gonna have the option to do that too. I'm gonna have quality recording and like you know what I'm saying? Like everything just kind of accelerates, and it's a treat to myself. So going back to that whole Christmas thing, I bought myself a computer, y'all. Like I don't treat myself, man. So yo, this year I bought myself a pool stick and a computer, man, and I feel good. You know what I'm saying? I feel really, really good about it. I am taking care of me and allowing my family to see that it's okay to take care of you sometimes too, man. You got to do that. I'm not a gift giver or a receiver much in the sense. Like I like giving gifts, but like that's not my go-to. You know what I'm saying? But I have acknowledged me now. So yeah, I'm gonna buy myself some shit. I'm not gonna go overboard and be crazy with it, but the computer, I told Kate, hey, if you want to get up on this computer, you are more than welcome. Get down. You want to do your taxes, you want to play a video game, you want to go ahead and do some designer shit, do it. You're going to know the passwords, you're going to have your own account, go for it. Like that, that's the kind of thing I want in the home is just something useful, man. And we're going to be using this shit for years to come, man. So it just feels cool. And I got this whole thing set up. Like it's making me feel like a kid again, bro. You know what I mean? So like, just some self love, man. Some self love, and we all deserve that shit, bro. So
Word.
just keep at it, for real.
Yeah, man. You gonna go ahead and close this out, heck, man.
Yeah, man.
I
So always,
I look forward to your computer myself, man. I know you've been talking about it for weeks, man. So I can't wait.
yeah,
I know you're gonna be glowing just like you see how you smiling right now. I know the glow gonna be even bigger, man.
yo, it's coming, bro. The last three pieces are coming on Friday, so it's almost here, man. It's almost time, yo. But you know what? It'll be good. It'll be dope, just as dope it is just now. It'll be just dope, coming. So these conversations, I'm always looking forward to them, bro. And for all of y'all that come through and let us borrow some time, see y'all next week on PC of Mind. Much love.